Bless you. Bless you.
The client is very pleased.
There is but one world, one...
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailment.
They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct explores the Mars.
The captain sends his regards.
How's your brother?
I'd hoped to see him while I was...
Not understand, Alistair.
Just the one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Kalen perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Will you be attending the funeral?
No.
No.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm engaged at present.
I will have to speak with the Grand Cleric about this. And soon, I think.
Busy day today.
Our continued friendship is guaranteed. And here you are again. More generosity from my friends at the Collective. Oh, yes, of course. I'll see to this matter personally. Consider it handled, my friend. Good day.
Oh, it's good to see hope in people's faces again. Especially now that the Jarl is back on his feet.
The Irregulars thank you. Maker's blessings upon... on you, Warden.
Ah, Warden, we finally meet. I know why you're here. Talran sent you. My own son wants me dead. And I suppose I should be proud that I bred in him such ambition. He is an ambitious child, hungry for the guild to be the way it was in his grandfather's day, a violent band bolstered by secret funding from the nobility. He disagrees with my belief that we can make our way without such backroom dealing. We can, instead, work with honor and integrity. I appreciate you saying that, Warden. It's good to know that my beliefs are shared by someone of your station. I have wrestled with my own emotions about my son for some time, in fear that I may have to turn a blade on him myself. But I cannot bring myself to do it. Kill my own son, even if it's what's best for my men. I understand, Warden. A smart man knows to stay out of the business of family. I have enjoyed working with you. I wish you luck against the Blight. Come, men. Let us see to our problem ourselves.
A little something extra for friendship.
All men are the work of our Maker's hand, from the lowest slave.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you. Thank you and farewell.
Ah, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there? Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Loghain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
Is it true? Erlina tells me that Arl Eamon has gone ahead to call the Landsmeet. I hope we're ready, but we have done all we can. I know we are more than a match for my father. You should hurry. Father won't waste time wresting the proceedings from Eamon. He will need you. I'll meet you there. Maker, watch over us all. I will see you again in the Landsmeet chamber. Good luck.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? I thought you'd never ask.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll...
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
Generous as always, Warden.
Indeed.
I'm only asking because you...
May the ancestors look kindly upon you.
So can you surrender to a darkspawn? Do they take prisoners?
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden. How will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, can we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
The Warden speaks truly. My son was taken under cover of night. The things done to him, some of them are beyond any healer's skill.
Hal was responsible for himself. He will answer to the Maker for any wrongs committed in this life, as must we all. But you know that. You were the one who murdered him. Whatever Hal may have done, he should have been brought before the Seneschal. There is no justice in butchering a man in his home. I assure you, Warden, if I were going to send someone, it would be my own soldiers. I would not trust to the discretion of an apostate.
Indeed, my brother tells a very different tale. He says you snatched a blood mage from the Chantry's justice. Coincidence?
Do not think the Chantry will overlook this, Tyrn Loghain. Interference in a Templar's sacred duties is an offense against the Maker.
Whatever I have done, I will answer for later. At the moment, however, I wish to know what this Warden has done with my daughter. You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
So, the
Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this.
My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion? It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself. I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option. Patean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
What does loyalty matter? We are what we are. The joining binds us to the Darkspawn. You know this. If you were to forswear your oath and flee today, you'd find yourself in the Deep Roads, or the Blight Lands given time. You'd seek them out, or they'd seek you.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that?
You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Honora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Honora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No. When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
So much for our plan to rule together. If Alistair would rather not have the throne, I am more than willing to take it.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Honora. Warden, will you help us? As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
We do. I believe this is what King Merrick wanted. To see his blood tied to my father's to begin a new line of Ferelden kings.
But I did swear an oath. What I mean is, I'm all for founding a new line of kings. But, well, there's the Blight.
What the king is trying to say, my lords and ladies, is that he will be taking the field with his fellow Grey Warden to do battle with the Archdemon.
Yes. That.
Until then, I shall stay in Denerim and rule in my husband's absence, as I did for Kaelin. But I trust Alistair shall reach a more heroic ending.
My fellow Grey Warden will, I hope, take Loghain's place as the leader of my armies. Shall we finish this thing together? Everyone, get ready to march! It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it!
Ferelden is depending on you all.
You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the throne. I'm going to be the king. Speechless. I'm furious. How could you do this to me? I've done nothing but regret my blood since the day I was born. I don't want this. I never wanted this. I hate the very idea of it. I thought we were friends. You knew how I felt about this, yet you went ahead and did it anyway. Why? And what I want doesn't factor in anywhere, does it? Funny how it always works out like that. I've just never thought of myself as a leader. I guess I don't really have a choice in this now, do I? I'll do my best, of course, and I expect that you'll be there to help me, right? Good. Then it's settled. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves.
chicken's nose. Oh, and now his lordship's left again. We'd barely got the house in order and he's gone.
Can't talk now, sir. Mistress Agatha will get my eye.
This is a nice estate. What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability. Listen, for now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle. No, of course I don't. I'm old and unsure of what I know. But to...
His lordship has gone on to Redcliffe. This is all so unsettled.
This is... Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Of course. Wait, you want to talk about us? Really? You think so? You're so sweet.
Yes.
Indeed.
I've been hoping you'd return to Orzammar. Oh, I have so much to tell you. The other houses repaid their debts to my house, and I had enough money to send an expedition into our old Tig. We found so many things. I kept some for you. I said I'd repay you, didn't I? I could never fully repay what you've done for me, but this is a start, I hope. Walk well, and may fortune always smile on you, Grey Warden. Good day, Grey Warden.
Let's get on with it then. Perhaps we should have a drink since we've stopped.
I need to set an audience with the new king. He'll understand that my bad knees exempt me from fighting, right?
With that out of the way, perhaps we can finally resume trade.
Queen is going to marry Caelan's brother, his half-brother.
So you've heard, I hope, how I'm going to be king, with a crown and everything.
Proud of yourself, are you?
Well, they don't let just anyone be king, you know. They don't let evil forest witches be king, for instance.
There was a Ferelden king once who drooled on himself in such volume that he required a constant attendant to wipe his chin in court.
You're making that up.
Not at all. The kings of old would be pleased to see that their bloodline has not strayed very far from its roots.
It's you! The Grey Warden! Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me. Just a few hours ago. Not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here. But it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived. By now, yes, they'd have reached the castle. I'm going to...
Here they come.
All right.
Yes.
You will learn to fear me.
Here I am. Going. Yes.
At your order.
All right.
Yes.
Never any shortage of these.
Off I go.
Direct me. I see.
this should be
cautious.
fun.
Creatures.
Going. And I'm off.
On it.
Here! You should run while you can. Sometimes.
I see. We are victorious again.
Yes!
What?
I shall. Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
At your order.
Alright, battle it is then.
As you wish.
So be it.
Right.
Yes, of course.
I see. I shall do it.
You need help?
Maker's breath. Yes.
Very well.
Point me. What?
I try to be merciful.
Off I go. As you wish.
Direct me.
Yes.
All right.
I'm on.
All right. You need help?
Done. What? Saving the day.
Yes. All right.
Where do I go?
Huh. All right.
Damn it! I hate
Oh, thank you. That's...
Never any shortage of these ones.
I shall do it. As you wish.
Saving the day.
I never liked this.
Off I go.
Good to go.
Point me.
Going.
Ready.
Direct me.
You should run while you can.
And I'm off.
All right.
I see.
Here.
I am ready.
Here I am. Yes.
Point me.
Very well.
Going.
And I'm off.
All right.
And I'm off.
As you wish. I see.
I sense some darkspawn.
Yes.
What?
Of course.
So be it.
Here I am.
And I'm off.
As you wish.
Good to go.
Yes.
Let us end this.
I shall do it.
And I'm off.
Going.
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness. They are both inside with Riordan of the Grey Wardens, who arrived this morning, just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked. I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true.
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Word has been sent, but they need more than warning. They need our armies.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Maker preserve us. But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
The Horde must be defeated, but the Archdemon is our true target. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance. I was wondering that myself.
Then, you don't know. Of course not. You're both new recruits Duncan wouldn't have expected.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Perhaps you and Alistair should meet me before you retire for the evening. There are things we need to speak of.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it. Marrying Alistair to Honora would not have been my first choice. Still, it does keep the Theron bloodline alive, and Honora is a fine ruler. So I suppose I owe you thanks, Warden. All of Ferelden does. He insists on going. How can I say no? I am uneasy with the danger he puts himself in by accompanying you. I ask myself if he does not conspire to leave the throne to Honora after all. But Alistair knows his duty. He will do what is best. Right now, he believes that is assisting you in contacting your allies. We have sent messengers to Orlais. With any luck, the Empress will send us help within a week. I think it entirely possible, however, that she has written Ferelden off as a lost cause already, and will seek to defend her empire first. Perhaps the Grey Wardens of Orlais will be able to march and reach us in time. We should not rely on their arrival, even so.
And now Denerim is under assault by the Darkspawn. The death toll will be staggering.
Good evening, my lord. It is an honor to meet you. There was some groaning after the men received word about the coming race to Denerim tomorrow, but nothing serious. I think many are uneasy about facing the Great Horde. We will be outnumbered, it is said, but we have no choice. There are thousands of innocents in Denerim. My own family is there. Thank you. You can't imagine what a relief it is to hear you say that. I am not certain. Do you truly feel that we have a chance of winning? I hope you are right. I will pray for it. Of course, my lord. Good luck.
I wish you luck, Grey Warden, for all our sakes.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men, or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romuald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Huh. Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about. Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a... They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the... Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arse thinking. It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to... Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good for...
I am listening. It doesn't have better things to do. On the...
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Of course. Of course I do. I love stories. I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost Flemeth when she cut. And then one day, a young poet, Flemeth, they say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help. Which one? I have heard a little when the elves claim the dales in the south. But others, still fiercely proud and beauty, and Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees. She was also at Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathos, the capital of Tevinter. I have thought this we will never know for sure. Well, aren't you sweet in it? Of course. Wait, you want to talk about us? Is there something bothering you? Really? You think so? You're so sweet.
Ah, fancy me. I heard rumors that Red...
The Arl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. I'm...
What comes, my friend?
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
What is it? What are you apologizing for?
Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. It warms my heart to see such courage, but do not hurry so to sacrifice your life. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march. I guess this ends soon, one way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names. From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time. I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my doubts. What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed, with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. Why? Because of Leliana? Do you truly believe that she would condemn you or any other Grey Warden to death when it could be avoided? Consider the possibility that Riordan may not be there to make the final blow as he plans. What then? Do you run away? Do you let Alistair, the future King of Ferelden, take the blow instead? And what if he does not make it to the Archdemon either? Would you truly choose death rather than lay with me for one night? Would you deny yourself the tomorrows and all its rewards? This is what my mother intended when she sent me with you. She was the one who first gave me this ritual and told me of what I was meant to do. This does not surprise you, does it? Did you not wonder why Flemeth saved your... What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life. As you wish. Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will... No, you never will. This is all I ask in return for freeing... I do not wish to tell you. The child will represent freedom. For an ancient power, I will raise the child apart from the rest of society. Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Then you have decided? I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Alistair. He is a Grey Warden, just... The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might. A wise decision. I shall...
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me... Ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up? This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it. Friends, I owe you everything. Even if you did go and make me king. Why? Why so ominous? You mean with the arch... If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? Ha ha! All right, that's pretty funny. Nice way to cut the tension. So, what's really up? Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the Archdemon or sleep with Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway? What? I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan in some kind of magical sex rite? This child, why would Morrigan want such a thing? Does she want an heir to the throne? Oh, well, that's so much better, don't you think? Here I was, worried about creating another bastard heir, and I didn't even consider that it might also be some dragon god, whatever. Look, even if I was willing to do this, and I'm not saying I am, do you really think this is a good idea? You're my friend, but we're talking about Morrigan. Trust you, Very well. I do trust you. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great, so this isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
Wait, I want to ask about this child, the one you want.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
Oh, why don't I feel any better about this? All right, let's just get this over with.
Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The man beside me is a native of Ferelden, now risen to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. He is proof that glory is within reach of us all. He has survived despite the odds, and without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
More darkspawn, eh? And I'm off. Yes. Yes.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Very likely.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
So this is it then. All that we've been through has led up to this. Whatever happens now, to either of us, know that I am proud, infinitely proud, to have called you friend. Farewell, and may the Maker watch over you.
So, this is it. Honor? Nobody's looked at me and seen honor in a long time, Warden. You took in a drunken disgrace of an Orzammar warrior. You gave me a reason to fight, and the will to keep going. You helped me find the one woman in the sodding world who might put up with me. And you helped me get past Bronca so I could have someone new. I owe you a lot, Warden. I consider it a fine honor to die for you and your cause. Then it's sodding honor for everyone. That's war for you. Let the stone turn red from the blood of heroes. Today, I will be the warrior you taught me to be.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? Part of me is glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. I would almost say that I feel concern for something other than myself, even maybe for a soft, squishy companion. But that would be silly, wouldn't it? About me, I am not the one going up against a giant dragon with little more than wishful thinking. And, do try not to get swallowed whole. If the beast were to fly about afterwards and poop it out, irony would dictate that it would land on me. I couldn't take it. Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the castle.
Are you ready?
We have reached the battlefield at last. I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, hmm? Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
So we head into the city together, as it should be. Once this is done, no matter how it turns out, I will be gone. You are aware of this, yes? You are most welcome. It is, I think, the very least I could offer you. Allow me to say only one thing before we go. I knew nothing of friendship before we met, and I will always consider you such. Live well, my friend. Live gloriously. Now, let us see this finally done. The Archdemon awaits.
Before we head after the Archdemon, I want to say something. I know Morrigan's... what she did is supposed to save us, but who knows if she can be trusted? Or if we'll even survive long enough to take that final blow. So I just want you to know that it's been an honor fighting by your side. Let's find this Archdemon then, and kick its ass.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this. I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. You are my dearest friend and my love. You lit my path through darkness, and I will stand with you to whatever end. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.